The one girl that had the weed in her bra, being as quiet as we could, we were so scared about getting arrested. Done tons of drug deals before. This one, like, wasn't even that weird. It was just, like, police officers. They're taking pictures of our license plate. At this point, it was, like, all meant for themselves. I, like, dig a little hole, like, as quick as I can. I bury the weed. I buried $60 worth of weed. Oh my god, guys. I have the craziest, funniest, dumbest story time to tell you guys today. This happened a few months ago with, two of my close friends. It's actually really funny and it's one of my favorite stories to tell people. So I'm really excited that I'm telling it on my YouTube channel today because it's just a really funny story. So, as you saw in the title, it's true. We got caught smoking weed by the cops and had to bury $60 worth of weed, and then we also had to go back and get it. It was a huge story. Let me start from the beginning. So, one day I was working and I was getting up. Sorry. I accidentally started playing Ray Shremmer's new song. Not right now. So, it all starts one day in the middle of summer. I'm working at my job, I'm hella bored, and I'm texting two of my friends, and we all make plans to hang out tonight. Now, something that all three of us share in common is we all, like, enjoy smoking weed once in a while. So, the three of us all decided that we all wanted to hang out, smoke at a park together, like, be all cute together, and then, like, go get some food, and just hang out for the night. Just have, like, a fun little stoner date. Right after work, two girls pick me up. We go to pick up Bud from this one guy that one of my friends knows. I remember we like met him at like a Jewel Osco or something. It was honestly kind of sketchy, but done tons of drug deals before. This one like wasn't even that weird. It was just like awkward the way he acted. Sometimes drug dealers act weird and other times they're really friendly. I don't even know. Me and the two other girls, I don't remember exactly how much weed we bought, but we paid at least $55 to $60. So we were at least getting like 4.5, 5 grams. Usually when we buy weed, we get like $10 a gram. That's pretty good for around where we live. I know in some places you can get like 7 for a gram or even 5 for a gram, which is insane. Like you could never find that here, but $10 for a gram is pretty much what I buy. I would never buy anything more than that. I have people trying to sell me $25 a gram. I hate when people think they can scam me out of like drugs because like I'm a little gay boy. Like, just because I'm a little gay boy doesn't mean I'm gonna fall for your trickery. But anyway, so we picked it all up, we had the goods, we were all excited. I remember we like went through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, and we got like iced teas and coffees and stuff, and we were all excited. We drive to this park. It's this cute little park that me and one of the girls really like, and we were showing our other friend like the park for the first time, and we park and we get out of the car and it's like pitch black outside, and we walk over to like where the swing sets are and like the jungle gyms and stuff and the slides and everything, and we sit down and there's like this little kids table and we're like, oh, this is so much fun, guys. And we get the weed out, and one of the girls I was with, she had a bowl, so she got out her bowl and we were basically getting ready. We were breaking up the weed, we were getting ready to smoke it, and then suddenly we look over to where our car is parked and there are two cop cars, two guys standing outside of the cop cars, police officers. They're taking pictures of our license plate, and then the other one is walking towards us. I start freaking out and I don't know what to do. Literally, the second I saw them taking pictures of the license plate, I was like, fuck, we are not allowed to be here right now and they are angry. I cannot let this be any more extreme than it already is. So I immediately take all the weed that we have sitting on the table and I'm like, girl, get the bag. She holds the bag open. I'm like pushing the weed back into it like as fast as I can as this cop is like walking down the hill like towards us, who's probably like 200 feet away. We get all the weed back into the plastic bag, and then she hides her bowl, and then we have weed in this plastic bag, and I'm like, oh my god, like I would shove it in my backpack right now, but what if he searches our backpacks? Like, what if he searches our pockets? I was just being paranoid and scared. Disclaimer, by the way, we hadn't even smoked. We never end up smoking in this story, so like, it's legal to tell on YouTube, right? I don't even know. But anyway, we hadn't even smoked yet. We were like preparing to smoke, which now that we think back on this, we are so thankful that we hadn't gotten high yet. Because imagine being high and then having to deal with police officers interrogating you and coming towards you. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle that. So I'm like thanking the heavens above we were still sober in this moment. But anyway, I take the bag and I immediately put it on the ground and I dig a little hole like as quick as I can in the wood chips and in the dirt and everything, and I bury it. I bury the weed. I buried $60 worth of weed under like a play set, like in a playground. Like, literally, what the fuck? So then the cop is like really close to us by now, and we're all like, oh my god, like they're gonna be asking what we're doing. How about we like light some cigs to make it look like, oh, we just came here to like smoke a cig, like we're weird, whatever. So we did that, and we also had our Dunkin' Donuts with us, so we're like, okay, like everything's good. So me and the two girls light up a cig, cigarette, and then we're drinking our Dunkin', and we walk up to the officer, and we're like, hi, how are you? And he's like, good. And then he's like, you know you guys aren't allowed to be out this late. And then he's like talking on his little walkie-talkie, and he's like letting them know. He's like, there's 1 male and 2 females. And then apparently, oops, fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay, one of my lights went out. Apparently, there were kids earlier at this park, and then the cops came and told the kids to leave, so they thought that we were those same kids coming back, like, after being told to leave. So they were kind of upset with us at first, and then they realized we weren't the same exact kids. They weren't mean at all. I remember they were like, you know smoking is bad for you, right? As we were walking back to our car. And one of the girls I was with, she was so funny. She was like, yeah, like, I know it's bad, but, like, whatever. Like, I eat McDonald's, like, whatever. Like, something's gonna kill us, which is horrible, and, like, smoking cigarettes is disgusting, but we were like doing it in the moment because we were like, fuck, we need a cover. I remember in my head, while this is going on and we're talking to the police officer, we kind of wrap everything up and he's basically like, yeah, like nothing bad is gonna happen, you're not gonna get a ticket, we're just gonna have to ask you to leave. And we're like, okay, yeah, we'll totally leave. So once the conversation ends, I'm expecting him to turn around and walk back to the car, and then we would follow him. And then my plan was like, okay, right when he turns around, I'll get the weed and then we'll follow him and he'll never know. But it didn't work out that way. He doesn't turn around first. He waits for us to walk in front of him so he can follow us back up the hill back to our car. The 2 girls I'm with weren't really sure what I did with the weed. They didn't think I buried it, but like they didn't know what I did with it. I think they kind of assumed I just had it on me. So we all walk back, we get into the car, and the second we are in the car, I'm like, fuck, I buried the weed down there. And they're all like, what, Nathan? Like, what do you mean? We all start freaking out. We don't know what to do. The cops aren't leaving. The cops are just sitting in their car in the parking lot. So we leave. We drive away from the park. 20 minutes later, we're kind of like freaking out and everything. We're like, oh my god, like the weed is there. What if they find the weed? Like, what is going on? Like, we want our weed. Like, we just paid so much money for it. And then the cops like took it away from us. Like, it was just so frustrating because we all pitched in so much money and we were all so excited to smoke and have fun together. And then I had to bury the weed. Oh shit! I just spilled a cup of water all over my carpet. Why do I do these things to me? Oh my god, my right eye is twitching. It's like twitching in the way like when you're super overtired and your eye twitches. That's what's happening right now. Anyway, back to the story time. We end up like circling back and driving past the park, and we see the cops sitting there, sitting in the parking lot. They're just waiting. And we're like, fuck. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna have to wait this out until like 6 in the morning until they leave? How long are they gonna sit here? Because we couldn't just pull back up and go get our weed. The cops would see us. So basically the next 2 hours, I think we ended up getting food, we did a bunch of things, we just brainstormed so many ideas on how we could get the weed back, and we eventually came up with the idea, wait until the cops are gone. And then, just to be sure that they're gone, we decided, like, literally we're the craziest people ever. We drove into, like, a building's parking lot, which was next to the park. Like, here's the park, and then there's a parking lot over here for, like, a factory. So we park in this parking lot at, like, 3 in the morning, we get out of our car, and we walk, like, through the woods, through a field, through grass, up hills. We walked so far out of our way so that we would be coming from behind the cops. Does that make sense? Because the weed was basically in front of the cops buried and they were like patrolling. So we were gonna come from behind the cops, like just in case they were there, because we couldn't really see them and be 100% sure if they were or weren't there yet. It was just like the funnest little adventure ever. We were crawling up like through the grass and it was all wet and dewy, and we were just like being as quiet as we could. We were so scared about getting arrested because we googled the penalties and like the jail time and stuff for having the amount of weed that we had on us. It was just really scary. We were really freaked out, and they especially. I wasn't tweaking that much, but they were tweaking like insanely. Oh my god, my eye's twitching so bad. I need to go to bed. It's like 3 in the morning and I have work tomorrow. Ugh, I need to finish up this YouTube video so that I can go to bed because I can tell my eyes are just so tired right now. But anyway, we end up getting to the top of the hill and we realize the cops aren't there, and we're like, holla frickin' Luya. Me and this one girl decide that we're gonna run together and I'm gonna be leading. We're gonna get to the weed, I'm gonna dig it up, throw it to her, she's gonna put it in her boob, because the first time we came to the park, we were there for like 3 minutes and the cops arrived immediately. So we were like, are there cameras? Like, is someone watching the park and like snitching on us? We were just scared to be in that park in general, whether the cops were there or not, because we were scared the cops were gonna come back. So the plan was to run to get the weed. I would give it to she would put it in her bra so that if the cops caught us again and like patted us down or whatever, or like demanded to see our pockets, like they wouldn't find the weed because they wouldn't like be feeling her tits. Like that's harassment. So that was our plan. Me and her raced down and we're like sprinting. The other girl I think came with too, but I'm not exactly 100% sure because this story is like 3 months old and it's kind of fuzzy in my head, but me and this girl are sprinting down. I get down there and I'm not exactly sure where I exactly buried the weed. I knew around where I buried it, but I didn't know the exact location. So I had to do a lot of digging and a lot of searching, but I finally found it. I threw it to Rachel. She shoves it in and the three of us start running. We're not sprinting, but we're running. Like we're doing a good, like a pretty heavy run. And all of a sudden, we hear this deep ass, scary ass, suspicious ass, mysterious ass, sus ass voice from the bushes say, "What are you doing?" Like it was a man, like a deep ass voice man out of the bushes asking us, just saying like, "What are you doing? Like, what's up? Like, what are you doing? What's going on?" Oh my god. And all three of us at the same time assumed it was a cop. So we all start sprinting, like booking it, like running to the car, running as fast as we can. I'm sprinting like crazy. I blow past the two of them. The one girl that had the weed in her bra, she's like a couple feet behind me, like she's keeping up, and then the other girl is way behind us. I didn't even know if she had gotten caught or what. At this point, it was like all men for themselves. I got to the car first, then the girl with the weed in her bra, and then our other friend comes trailing back, like literally 10 minutes later, finally arrives at the car. She doesn't even have her shoes on. We were all just so shook. But nevertheless, we were happy that we had our weed and we smoked hella that night. So anyway guys, that is a story that I will always remember. That is a memory I'll always have about smoking in the suburbs, because in the suburbs, cops care so much. Like, cops are such bitches here. Like, every little thing, like, they get upset about, when, like, in the city, they just, like, don't care about anything. So, yeah. Don't live in the suburbs if you're gonna do illegal things. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'm gonna be doing a ton of more story times. I'm making so many videos now. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been on a huge kick. I've just been so much more inspired to do YouTube, and I'm really starting to love it again. And I've been posting every other day. Ever since I started posting again, I've been posting every other day. I've been trying really hard to keep it up, because sometimes it is hard with having a social life and work and everything, and sometimes it's hard to constantly be pumping out videos, because filming and editing and coming up with ideas and uploading and so much stuff goes into filming you don't even know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and give my video a thumbs up, and I'll definitely be doing more story times for you guys. Anyway, that's really all I had to talk about today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!